Hi. So as blockchain and crypto is decentralized, we can build fully functioning businesses without the need of much bureaucracy. So this allows the projects to pay, like for example, the users for example, commercial marketing purposes without the need of a contract. Okay, so in other words, like you as a company, you cannot pay people like €2 or €1. You need a bureaucracy for that. So in crypto it's possible. So I thought about making a web application that allows the users of the crypto technology to get paid by doing simple tasks, like for example completing surveys. My work is about, my program is about doing surveys, but we can also include something like watching YouTube videos. The concept is simple tasks. So the app, the meaning of the app is for the crypto users to have something like simple tasks to earn small rewards like every day, and to use this platform as a way for crypto companies to gather valuable insights from their customers, from the users. So Google has something similar called Google Opinion Rewards, that I don't know if you know it, but it's an application that you download on your phone and you get surveys. And the service you get is like, for example, when you go to a mall, when you can come back home, you get a new survey, and the survey asks you, because of course they know everything that you do, if you bought anything. And then you click yes or no, and then if you paid by credit card and whatever. So they pay you for asking those surveys, but what they pay you in Google credits. So you cannot spend this money anywhere else, just in Google products. So if we apply this to the crypto market, you will be able to spend this extra. That's why it's called spare, like spare money, and you could spend this extra like crypto gambling, like simple things that you would not put your money into, or maybe blockchain transactions or things like that, or maybe investing, but you know, it wouldn't be that much. It's an app for like dedicating 5-10 minutes a day. Okay, so here's the demo. Okay, so it's a blockchain app. There's no user and password. Okay, you log in with a wallet. A wallet is a software that is used to make transactions in the blockchain, and it has your private keys to your funds. It's like the way you move in the blockchain. It's like the main app. Okay. That's my personal wallet, but I don't have 2 million. Okay, so as you have seen, we are in the app. Okay, so the app has two views, the company view and the user view. As a company, we can create surveys, and as a user, we can complete them. Okay, also, I have not said this, but it's gamified, you will see now. So here, for example, we have a dashboard here with numbers of this company, the surveys this company has created, and a list. We will now create a new survey. I don't know. And I'm just gonna say what I'm typing, but feedback. This should So now we can create the survey, and you will see that it will appear as a new one. Okay. So now what we are going to do is to change the wallet, to change the address, as we are a new person, like we would be a new user. Okay. So now I'm going to change the wallet. with this kind of software you can have like lots of wallets. So we will go to this one, for example. They are all to €0. So as you can see, this user has not created any server as a company, as a company. And if we go to user view, here he can see like all the service that has been created in this platform. And we can also see the new one, NFT feedback a minute ago, like company ID, the company that has created the survey, and if he has completed it or not. Okay, so there's always also a dashboard here, like the last one, where you can see like the service he has completed and the points. Like now it's 10 points per survey. Okay, so now we can go and complete the survey. We can vote for 5,000, and we send it, and now the survey appears as complete. Now, so if we would, we can do it now, but if we go back to the previous wallet, we can see there that a user has completed the survey. Okay, so this is the main concept of the app. The things that should be done for the future should be improve the gamification, because like you can see here that you get like 10 points per answer. The thing would be like to have like 2 bonuses. One is like the daily strike that you may know from other apps, that every day that you go into an app, you just click the button, and this like forces you or incentivizes you to visit the website like every day and see what's new and what are the new services. And the other thing is that another bonus for when you get to 100 surveys, you got a bonus, and to 1,000, that's it. And also what's left, of course, we integrated the wallet login, but a smart contract should be done, because the business case here should be that the companies pay in advance for the feedback they want to receive. Let's say like I want 2,000 people to vote, and then I pay like some Ethereum, and a part of this Ethereum goes to the users and another part goes to the app. Okay, that should be it. And that's it for the demo, because I'm out of time. And just to finish, just to tell you, in the tech stack I used for the blockchain part, the other things you may know it, you juniors may not, but we all know it, like the front end, back end database. And for the blockchain, I used this first one, the MetaMask in-page provider, is just to connect to the wallet. Ethers.js is the library that connects to Ethereum blockchain, and the Ruby wallet is the wallet. And I will be quick for conclusions. The main conclusions is to always check your endpoints, so you don't spend like 20 minutes looking for an error in the whole front end. Also to commit, and always also recheck your schema, because I made like an extra table and I shouldn't have to. And that's it.
I'm gonna show you guys the thing that I well, like an idea basically right now of an app that the green poles, that basically the goal that I had is to like let people know in their own communities about how climate change is affecting their day-to-day lives, and like hopefully create like a way for them to take action. So a lot of people around the world see that the environment, the climate change is something that's happening and it's affecting everyone, but sometimes they don't see how they're affecting them locally. So maybe some days unusually hot, but you don't think about it anymore. Like, it's just a quick thing, a quick thought. But with Green Pulse, what I hope to do is give them enough information so they can keep track on this environmental and weather information, so they know and they stay informed about this kind of information. Mainly because it can have health impacts, like in the case of air quality, it can affect their respiratory systems or affect them in the future with diseases. Also, it could help them have awareness on extreme weather events that could happen in their area. We've seen this with the floods here in Spain. There was also a flood in Morocco that basically flooded the desert, and so that's something that we don't hear as much. The wildfires in LA, so on. And also, finally, what I would like to do with the app is to provide like a platform for people to engage locally, so they can take action and see their effects hopefully reflected. Because when you try to like act globally, it can be a little bit overwhelming, and like the impact that you can have is a little bit minor. So yeah. And yeah, here is just a picture of Mexico City. And yeah, like in Mexico we like a lot of spicy things, but even breathing sometimes can be spicy. So so yeah, here is like a small demo for the app that I hope I will end up doing. So yeah, like for my CSS, really, what? Can you zoom in? Yeah, I mean, sure. No, don't worry. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'll explain the challenges later. But yeah, right now CSS it was not my strong suit. But basically, what you do here is you type a location, and it will send you to a menu where you can select different weather or air quality variables in this case, and you can select the variables that you want to see currently, and also and their historical data. And from here, you just go here, click submit, and it will show you basically with the help of ChatCN, really pretty graphs where you can see basically the current value for humidity, for example, is 79. I could improve like all the data I can show in a graph so it's more clear, because right now 79 doesn't mean anything. And yeah, like showing the trend of data that shows you how it has changed over the years. Right now, I had like a limit on how much data I could pull. So yeah, right now it's only 5 years. But yeah, ideally the dashboard section would be like a place where you can finally, like when you're done with like the profile of the location that you have, you could just save them so you can see like the locations that you're interested in more quickly, and you don't have to go through this process again. And yeah, right now that's what I have. I did this app mainly with WITF to establish the front end. Also used React. I'm also struggling to really get used to TypeScript. All the errors that I see and I don't understand, but still everything is running smoothly. Like it doesn't make sense. And like also I use the components from ChatCN, so I didn't have to worry too much about constructing everything from scratch. And finally, I didn't establish right now a backend because it wasn't really necessary for the moment. And I generated first mock data from ChatGPT. It's not perfect really when you compare it to the current data. it's not really reflecting. ChatGPT just went crazy basically with the data. It's not accurate. For the current weather data, that one is accurate. I put it from current weather map. And finally, I wanted to use that one, Oiko Love, but currently how their fetching works, I would be basically using all my credits with a couple pools. So it will not be feasible to do a lot of graphs at the same time. So I didn't use it at the end. So I'm gonna present it. See the subtitles. Okay. So lessons learned. So yeah, like everyone said, like planning. I did the planning, I changed ideas, and I thought that, oh yeah, I could follow this plan. And then, like Arol said, plans change. And then the thing is that I didn't really know how to adapt to it. So I went thinking of all the ideas that I had to change instead of just trying to solve the specific problems one at a time, and then seeing how everything connected. And yet that mainly was the main like waste of time that I was experiencing during this project. Like I thought, oh, this isn't working. Like then I had to look for another API that works, but then no, like I could just create the mock data and show like how the app would react with real world data, like, other than worrying about what I was feeding the app. I would just, I had to focus more on the app itself. And future work, like I said, I would like to get better historical data. Also, like Hussein, it would be cool to get an autocomplete on the search bar so people don't get London in the middle of Ohio instead of London, UK. And yeah, implement the community feature so people can come in, like talk to each other and maybe organize for different like actions in their community. And also it would be cool to implement some kind of maps to show, I don't know, deforestation, droughts, wildfires, etc. But yeah, that's it.
Hello everyone and welcome to FreshFold. FreshFold is an app. Okay, first, why is it not working? FreshFold is an app for people who move into big cities and they don't have time to do their laundry, they don't have washing machines in their house. So basically, this app is a solution for them. Why? Because this app lets you schedule a pickup. Then the company goes, collects the laundry for you, and you are able to track your order, see the status of your order, if it's pending, completed, if they watch the end, the delivery, if they deliver it to you or no. So basically, this app, my project, picks up the clothes from your house, cleans it, and delivers it to you. And now I'll be showing you guys a simple demo for the app. This is the home page. It's very straightforward, very simple, because that's how I would like. That's how I would like to order or schedule a service. I would like it to be very straightforward and very simple. So we go here and we click make your first order right here, where we have to put We'll put our name here. Let me just put a name now. Say Arol. Okay, say he lives in. This one is good. We continue. Then we see here that we can see his address. Now I would have loved to be able to edit the address. I didn't have time to do this because I spent a lot of time fixing a lot of errors I was having. So that's for next developing. Okay. And now, so here goes Arol, and he goes, I want my clothes to be picked up next week, for example.
No, it's not Friday. I'm not at home.
Okay, so let's choose. It's not Friday. This is Thursday. Thursday, he will pick up the clothes from his house, and then he will choose a service right here. Let's say he wants to wash and fold, where we basically wash it, fold it, iron it, and all that stuff. So we go here, boom, delivery pops up. Very cool. This is very cool. Okay, now he chooses a delivery. So let's say we deliver it Monday, because it's home Monday probably. Okay, it says schedule order right here. Boom. Order has been successfully submitted. Thank you, Arol, for using this app.
No problem.
I mean this using Freshfold. And here you can see his status is for default is pending, but in the future we'll change it to completed once it's delivered. You can see the services, the delivery time, and that's basically the demo for my app. Very simple, very straightforward. Okay. There's also error handling that will just show real quick right here that if you click continue with no username, it will not let you continue. Okay. And now let's go to the tech stack that I used for this project. For the front end, I used React with Vite, TypeScript, that I don't like very much. The UI components that I used was Hussein with Tailwind CSS and UIverse. It's a website that I found that has a lot of cool components like buttons and stuff like that. As you saw on the website right here. This one right here. UIverse right here. This one. UIverse right here. Boom, we have backend right now. I use Node.js, Express, Prisma, Postgres, typical what I learned is in the course for now. And we also used Moment.js so we can see the time in a very nice way instead of seeing a whole string with numbers and letters. Now we move to listen, learn, and future work. Listen, learn. Commit frequently. Why? Because sometimes you want to experiment more, but you're scared if your code is gonna break. So that's why you should be doing commits every time you have something working. Make a commit every time. Also, read documentation. Very important, because then you will have a lot of errors. And then you have to go to instructors, and then they will look at you as like, just read the documentation, it's right there. So also you have to follow the documentation line by line, otherwise a lot of errors right there. Then for the future for this app, I would like to integrate Google Maps API, so when you put your address, it auto-completes for you. Then you can track the delivery and all that stuff. Also, I would like to make a monthly subscription plan. Who's gonna make money out of the project, because otherwise. And I will also add a section where people can add feedback about how satisfied are they with the service. And guys, that's it. Thank you for.
Do you ever, after a long day at work, walk through the door and think, I'm hungry? That happens. You look in the fridge and you think, you know, what am I going to make? But most of the time we think, what am I going to make? I have no idea. I've got all these things in the fridge. They're going up. What's going to happen? In front of you stands maybe some vegetables look like they look like they've been to hell and back. A variety of jars you got as a gift like 2 years ago, and you have no idea what they are. Maybe some undated chicken, which would be a little bit of a roulette to eat, and a mysterious container that you're afraid to open for fear of starting the next global pandemic. So what happens next? Well, either it's your go-to struggle meal again, or the old faithful again. But what happens to that food in the fridge? Well, it becomes waste. In Europe alone, 20% of all the food that is produced eventually becomes waste. This equates to about 88 tons annually and 173 kilos per person, which is just unbelievable amount. Private households account for 53% of this total waste. So it's us at home that are throwing out this food, or not eating it, or it's being wasted. And there's more obviously because of this waste. We're producing unnecessary emissions. Like we produce emissions to produce the food, and then we have to produce emissions to get rid of the food. And this also accounts to about 143 billion euros annually, and this is all just in Europe. But why does this happen? Why are we creating so much waste? Largely, it's because of overbuying, poor planning, forgetting about expiry dates, and generally a lack of culinary knowledge or skills in the kitchen. So this is where what's in the fridge comes in. So we would like to turn your WTF into a what's in the fridge. What's in the fridge is designed to be your personal kitchen assistant, someone to hold your hand, guide you through the uncertainty of mealtime cooking. The basic premise is you upload your ingredients and you get good food. And this in turn will reduce food waste, you get to save money, and you get to eat good food. So everybody wins. So let's see the app in action. So here I have my landing page, basically a dashboard. There is a login feature, so go here, log in. This is only front end at the moment, but anyway, we'll go with it. So you log in and you get your user here. So the basic flow of the app was you go to your fridge first, and you have an empty list. You can enter in some ingredients. I don't know what you guys have in your fridge, but maybe you have 100 grams of chicken. You have some broccoli. Half of a broccoli. Maybe some milk. 1 liter. 1 liter. I don't know, some dark chocolate, maybe. There's an error because I put a wrong key there. 50 grams. And some pistachios, a handful. Okay, so now we've produced a little bit of some ingredients that are lying around our kitchen. Doesn't have to be in the fridge. Maybe kitchen, maybe have some rice, I don't know. And then from here, you would go to your search recipe section. And we're gonna, now you see your list from your fridge rendered here in this drop down menu. You can select them all, you can select some of them. We'll select all. You can choose a meal type, so let's just say we don't have a preference right now. And I don't have any dietary requirements right now. So, and then I'm gonna hit search recipes. It's gonna start generating some recipes, which hopefully pop up pretty soon. So here we go, and here's the rendered recipes. So each recipe will give you, you get a recipe card. You can click on it. It gives you a little bit more information. There'll be more that comes later. So it should give you the list of ingredients, the type of meal, and the dietary, the diet that it follows. So if you happen to be vegetarian, then it could work for you. So I like the look of this recipe, and this recipe. So I'm going to save that. And now I'm going to go to my saved recipes section, and I'm going to see those recipes there. So what we were missing previously was the method, like how you make the actual recipe. So now when I click on this cream chicken and broccoli bowl, it's going to start here in the method. It's going to go loading instructions. So now I have a generated recipe. I can go to the next one. It's going to generate the method for that as well. While I go through the ingredients list, there's my method. When I go back to the previous one, it should come up straight away, so it saves it. So when it generates it, it doesn't have to regenerate a recipe and take time. And I can unsave a recipe like that, and then when I go back into my saved recipes, it'll be gone. So yeah, that's the basic flow of the app. Back to the slideshow. Let's get technical. Front end was, all the big players that everyone else was talking about. React, component-based UI, TypeScript for type safety, Vite for quick build, Tailwind for CSS, streamline CSS styling, stuff like that. Zod for, I use a bit of Zod in the front end and the back end. Shed CM library for the UI. I leaned really heavily on that for obviously everything, and that probably kind of looked pretty good, I think. Back end, Node.js, use Postgres and Prisma for the database, and then there was some Zod in there. I use Zod for when I queried OpenAI, and then OpenAI obviously for generating the recipes. And then Auto, I haven't fully implemented Auto yet. I haven't been able to send requests to the backend, but yeah, that was that. Main challenges was working with AI or implementing OpenAI into the app. Largely because when you send a request, it takes time to generate things. So if I wanted to generate 100 recipes and have all of the method and everything there, it would take a very long time. So I would like to have the stream data come in, but I couldn't yet implement it in block. And then have to work with the different prompts, because I was getting chocolate and tomato and the salad with chocolate ice cream sauce and stuff. So it was you had to work with the prompt quite a lot. And then lessons learned, it definitely from the beginning of this was the first real experience of a full ground up, full stack app. So it definitely exposed the gaps I had in my knowledge from the junior part and things that I didn't understand fully or didn't spend enough time on. But that being said, it definitely helped bridge some gaps between concepts that I thought why do I need to know this, or where does this fit in the grand scheme of things? And it definitely helped patch things together or connect them dots. And then planning from the start, I know everyone says it, and the instructor said the same thing, everyone did planning important, and yes, I get it now. But because it felt super overwhelming at the start, I didn't even know where to go, and I was a bit stressed and overwhelmed with what am I doing? But slowly but surely you get there. Going forward, as I said about the recipe generation, I'd like it to show the recipes as they're generated, so it doesn't okay. But and then a couple features would be this was Arol's idea, would just take a picture of your fridge, and that would then send that to OpenAI, and that generated a list that you then search for recipes with. And then expiration tracking, which would then send, so you put your expiration date on the ingredient, and then you get notifications to say you need to use this ingredient by then. That's that. Thank you.